Hi guys, it's Lana here, and today I wanted to give you guys a hairstyle video because I haven't done it in a really long time. So today we're just looking at one hairstyle in particular, and it's a slick ponytail. Because for me, a slick ponytail, like, to get it perfect, that technique has evaded me for years, but now I've kind of got to grips with how I like to do it, and I feel like maybe I've got some tips that will be helpful to you guys as well. So I want to show you. So you're gonna need water. You're gonna need some kind of gel. I like using, I mean, you guys know this. If you have ever seen any other video on my channel, then you know that I love the Shockwave's Ultra Strong Power Hold. I've used quite a lot. It's almost done, kind of, I guess. So I'll probably just keep using this until I'm done, and then I'll try and find another one. Like, it's not so amazing that I'm gonna buy this again immediately, but it's good enough that I'm gonna keep using it, you know? And for my edges, I'm gonna use the Hair Edge Tamer, and then I'm just using a toothbrush, thin comb, and I'm also using a tangle teaser, which you may or may not need to use. Let's go ahead and get on with the tutorial. Decide whether you want to have a middle parting or a side parting. I tried with side partings for a little bit, and I don't think they suit my face shape that well. I mean, I don't have like the most angular, most structured face, you know. I've got a very round face. Someone once told me I had a heart-shaped face. I feel like I've got a potato-shaped face. I don't know, but either way, something about those side parting slick ponytails does not look good on me, so I decided to go for middle parting. So let's go ahead and get your middle part. I also have this Dracula hairline. I mentioned this in a video before, and I'm saying Dracula. Suck your blood, Dracula. I think some people thought I was saying triangular. Illuminati. I guess it is triangular, but I was saying Dracula. I used to try and split my hair through the Dracula hairline, but you guys are gonna see why that does not work. Just go ahead and split it down the middle for now. I think this is where so many people go wrong. I'm about to blow your minds. You're just trying to get that parting right. So you're pulling your hair straight here, right? So you just want to hold this down. So go straight. Let's go straight up my nose. So we need to bring a little bit more over. A little bit more. Yeah. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Okay. Now that kind of looks like it's in the middle, right? But now look, let go of your hair. It's on the side. Do you know why? It's because your scalp can move. So when you were kind of like pulling it like this to get the parting, you done and moved it. Do you get what I'm saying? If you want that middle parting, you can't be pulling, like you can't be holding down one side of your hair, you can't be pulling it, because you're gonna make everything off balance. If you're really struggling, then take the end of your pintail comb. And you wanna take this back to kind of your crown, like take it back to about here. When you're hair parting like this, then you wanna kind of focus on just lightly kind of detangling your hair. Don't go in and completely detangle it. It's just you got to get some of these bigger tangles out so that you can shift all of your hair into the direction that you want it to go in without there being any big bird's nests in the way. Because if you do have a big bird's nest, then it's not going to lay flat and sleek, you know. Especially the back of your head, because you'll notice that you have like, well, I get it anyway, I get like hair that's all sort of looped over itself. So you just want to kind of guide it into the right direction, because otherwise what's going to happen is you're going to comb it and it's going to make so many tangles. Your hair does not know where it's going or what it's doing, so you just need to tell it where it's going. Who else hates tangles? I know it's not just me. It's so annoying. Oh. And if I spin around, you guys can see the difference. So this side has been lightly detangled and this side hasn't. This side you can see that it will sort of glide down where you want it to go, whereas this side is going to be harder to do. There's going to be like more bumps and stuff. So then, when your hair is like this, just to kind of push it into position. But it's not as simple as just tying it up at this point. So now you're gonna want to spray it, get it kind of wet. If you just apply gel right now, I just feel like the result is not gonna be as good. You're gonna want to get it wet first, because you can really mold your hair a lot better if it's wet first. I need more water in my bottle, cause it's empty. Your girl is back. My water bottle is full. Spray your hair, spray it good. So right now I'm actually just gonna fix up some of the curls, because it's kind of easier to fix these curls. This dog. So it's easier to fix your curls up now than it is when they're in the ponytail, because obviously when they're in the ponytail, they're at the back, you can't see them so well. So there we go. Now we fixed up some of those curls so that they don't look so frizzy in the final result. So then you want to go ahead and take some of the gel, just a big dollop of this on your hands. You want this to really look smooth. Then you're going to want to put it in the parting like this, all down the sides. And then comes the part where you actually smooth it down, but I just want to explain something, and I feel like it's going to be different for everybody, but especially me. Like, this is the part that kind of took me the longest to figure out and manage. So like, imagine you just go like this, right? It looks like kind of dumb, like it just doesn't look good. Like, it's the same concept, it's a sleek back ponytail, but it looks weird, right? Because you can't just pull it back like this. You kind of have to sweep the hair down, as it really has to come down and then back. So that part takes a little while to get the hang of, I think. I'm gonna do that first of all with this. This is really good at just like cutting through all the layers of my hair. Like, not cutting through, that sounds like really brutal and damaging. It literally just gets through and like smooths my hair out like this. And then you want to take the comb, and this bit is really going to help you to really have some control over the sweeping, like where your hair is actually going to go. And I also thought that this meant that I had to kind of like bring my hair forward, like try and make my forehead look a bit smaller. But I feel like that looks weird as well. So we're just gonna go down. We're not going forward, we're not going back, we're just going down. You know what, I kind of like this wet look. When you have all of your hair, then you kind of just want to pinch it together, bring it into the ponytail, and you want to do everything you can to try and make sure it doesn't bunch up right before the ponytail. That means just really smoothing it out, guiding it through your hand at the back. Don't just stop here, because your hair is going to bunch up here if you stop here. You need to guide it through the ponytail, through your grip. And then go ahead and tie it. And you might have to tie it a few times before it looks perfect. So then, because you definitely cannot leave it there, you need to finish up with your edges. So then I'm going to use this. Edge is probably the most important part of a sleek ponytail. So, you know what I said about my Dracula thing, right? So this is where I used to go wrong. Let me put some edge control on here. So I used to think that because it's in the center and I'm trying to part my hair in the center, means I also need to try and split my Dracula hairline in the center. So I would go like this, and I would try and split it like this. And I would try and lay my edges. I would try and lay them like that. And you see how whack this looks? It just looks weird. And also, because my hair does not naturally go this way, it will not stay. Like, no edge control can make my hair go a different way. So it'll always creep back. So what I try to do these days is I think, do you know what? I know it's in the middle. I know it's in the middle, but we're still gonna sweep it this way anyway. You know what I mean? This, to me, I feel like just looks better. Like, about edges, like, this isn't supposed to be like an edges tutorial video, but I need to say it. With edges, like, you see, like, with every kind of sweep like this, something I noticed is that the smaller the width of the sweep, the better. So I feel like it's better to have like one little sweep here, one little sweep here, rather than have like a big sweep. Little sweep, little sweep, little sweep, little sweep. Done. If you're going for that kind of look anyway, that's how I like to do it. So the second sweep is gonna be right here. Another thing about edges is that I see some people trying to kind of carve their edges into their hair. To me, that doesn't work. I feel like it's better to try and bring your edges out and tuck them back in. So I'll show you guys what that means. Good. Try and do your edges into it, right? You try and do your edges like going in like this. Like, it's much better to bring them forward and sweep them back. Edge control's coming out here. So this next swoop is gonna come forward and then it's gonna swoop back. It didn't carve into anything, you know, it came forward and it swooped back. It did not carve into the straight line of our sleek ponytail. Okay, so I think my edges are kind of done. If you're going to fix your curls like this, you've got to be careful not to pull on the ponytail. Pull on the ponytail, it's going to move. It's not going to be sleek anymore. Okay, my next tip for you guys is eyeshadow. Eyeshadow for your edges. There's literally no rules against it. If there is a rule against it, then I'm telling you right now to break it, because I think As long as you do it right, using eyeshadow to fill in sparse patches, whatever you want to do. It's literally the same thing that you do for eyebrows. Imagine filling in your eyebrows. Everyone thinks that's okay, but filling in your edges and everyone's suddenly losing their minds? No. Just do what you gotta do. So any sparse patches that you don't like, that you feel like are ruining the appearance of your sleek ponytail, just go ahead and fill them in. So that's what I'm gonna do. Don't go overboard. That's my advice to you. Like, don't be making yourself look like a Lego head. Just do a little bit. How's it looking? Do you guys like it?
I know I'm the shit. Yeah, I'm super lit. If you don't buy me what I want, I'ma throw a fit. I'm the shit. I know I'm the shit. Yeah, I'm super lit. If you don't buy me what I want, I'ma throw a fit. She the shit. Yeah, she super lit. She know she the shit. If you don't buy what she want, she gon' throw a fit. She the shit. She know she the shit. Yeah, she super.
So there you have it. That is how I finally mastered sleek ponytails. I really hope that this video was helpful to you guys. Please remember to thumbs it up if it was. Also remember to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Also get me on Instagram, Twitter if you want to see me ranting about a whole bunch of stuff. If you don't, then Instagram is the one to go to for the aesthetic. And that's about it for this video. Thanks again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bark, 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 bark.
Oh, that you'll be coming back.